Hey, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come chat with me today. It's an amazing Thursday. Happy Thursday to each and every one of you. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. As you're coming in the room, say hello. Come on in the room. I'm going to share this on my page. I ask that you would do the same. Hope you all have an amazing day thus far. It is Tuesday. Lord, I'm trying to push the days. And as you know, this is Lunchtime and Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead, and it's always my privilege, my honor, and pleasure to come and hang out with you. And so typically, hey, Miss Val, how are you? Hey, Aunt Jackie. Hey, Cousin Janice, how are you? And so, I am hopping on briefly today. Typically, when we have our connectional resource at 7 p.m. on the fourth Tuesday, I normally don't hop on, but today I was pressed to hop on just for a little bit to talk about one word. And so I was on, my best friend has a room on Clubhouse that's a powerful level of intercession. And I hopped on prayer this morning. And one of the words has just been ringing out since I got off prayer this morning. One word, promise. One word, promise. One word, promise. Do me a favor, just type the word promise. I'm going to tell you why in a minute, but just type the word promise. Just one word. Just one word. Type the word promise. It's been ringing in me all day. It's been ringing in me. It's been sitting on me. It's been making me smile. Just type the word promise. That's all I want you to do. I'm going to tell you in a minute. That's right. Just type the word promise. Hey, sis, how are you? My beautiful sister, Kenny, how are you? That's all I want you to do is type the word promise. And let me tell you why. So I like words. So I want to give you 3 definitions. I love words. The first definition of promise is a statement telling someone that you will do something or that something will happen. The second definition of promise is an indication of future success or improvement. The third definition is a reason to expect something to happen in the future. Okay? The first definition is something that you tell someone that's going to happen. Hey, Maddie, I was just talking about your wall shatterers room on Clubhouse. It was powerful this morning. I still been in the overflow. Listen, the first definition of promise tells you about what you will say to somebody or what you will speak. The second definition of promise is it's an indication, it's a light bulb that there's some improvement or success coming. And the third definition of promise tells about the level of expectation about what you're going to have to come. So the reason why I asked you to type the word promise is because there's a lot of promise that we've been waiting for. There's a lot of promise that we've been just looking around, just waiting to transpire. And it seems like everything that's happening is going totally the opposite of the promise. Everything that you're up against is the total opposite of the level of promise. So a level of transparency. God is moving in a mighty way in my life in various areas, but it seems like some of the things that I had before him weren't manifesting. It was like the more I prayed, it just wasn't happening. And I know I heard God clearly. I don't question whether or not I heard God, but it wasn't happening. But let me tell you how, as they were praying this morning, God has just been resting that word promise. So some of you need to go back to the promise. Some of you need to remember the promise. Some of you just need to be encouraged today. You're saying, Dr. Vaughn, I know what you said. It sounds good. It sounds cute. But guess what? It is what it is. If God spoke it, let me tell you, her word this morning, as Madeline prayed this morning, as Prophetess Madeline prayed this morning, her word was believe again. Let me tell you how something that ignited in me. So I wanted to share it with you, my community. I wanted to share it with you. Believe again. The promise is still the promise. The promise is still alive. The promise is still there. But when I actually pulled up the definitions of the word promise, I began to actually see that thing about, and it's an indication that success and improvement is coming, it's an indication. An indication is evidence. Oh my God. An indication is evidence. So the promise that God has for me, it is the indication that some improvement is happening in my life. It's the indication that the success is happening and manifesting. It's the indication that God is still working. It's the indication that God still has time. It's the indication that things are still manifesting. Let me tell you, that whole word promise, I don't know what you're believing God for, but I want you to grab a hold of that promise. I want you to get it in your mind. Whatever that promise is, I want you to get it in your mind. Whatever, you ain't got to think about the whole promise. You're probably saying, Dr. Vaughn, is too big. No, whatever you are, come on, whatever you got on your mind that you're believing God for, I want you to put that promise in the forefront of your mind. I want you to put that promise in the forefront of your mind. And I want you to begin to see that indication that God is still working. I want you to begin to actually tug on the fact that God is still working. As long as I got a promise, listen, I'm good. As long as I know I got a promise that God said it, I'm good. As long as I know that God said it, I am good. Listen, y'all, when I tell you I'm still full from prayer this morning, as she began to pour, that whole word about promise, I had to go back to some things I forgot about. I had to go back to some things. Les, I'm telling you, this is a moment of transparency. I had to go back to some things I've given up on. I had to go back to some things that I said just wasn't going to happen. I had to go back to those things. I am challenging you right now. Go back to those things. Go back to those things. Madeline, thank you for your pour this morning. It's taken me to a whole nother place. Go back. Go back. We've given up too quickly, y'all. We have given up way too quickly. We've given up way too quickly. Go back to the promise. And somebody just needs to tap, I'm going back to my promise. I am going back to my promise. I am going back to my promise. I'm not waiting for nobody else. I'm not looking for anybody else. I'm not waiting for nobody else to push me. I'm not waiting for nobody else to pull me. I'm not waiting for nobody else to see what I see. I'm not waiting for nobody else to hear what I hear. I'm not waiting for nobody else to approve what I know. I'm not waiting for nobody else. I am going back to my promise. I am going back to my promise. I know it don't look easy, but I'm going back to my promise. I know it don't look hopeful, but I'm going back to my promise. I know it don't seem like it's no way it's going to happen. I am going back to my promise. And sometimes you got to go back to your promise all by yourself. Come on here. You got to go back to your promise all by yourself. Don't nobody see it but you. Don't nobody see the manifestation but you. But as long as me and God, we can link up together, I guess I'm going to be all right. But today, I'm going back to my promise. So when I hopped on today, I wanted to push you to tell you, go back to your promise. Go back to your promise. And I'm going to put a plug right here. If you're on Clubhouse, connect with the Wall Shatterers. I want you to go ahead and connect with them. Prayer, let me tell you, the pour is life-changing. So go on over there if you can. Make sure you join the Wall Shatterers on Clubhouse. Prayer every morning. Madeline, if you're still on here, please type the times down below. Listen, I want you to get where you need to be. I am determined to get where I need to be. Yes, I can totally admit I lost sight of the promise. Okay? Now, okay, I'm going to be transparent because I always want y'all to see me in my transparent. I lost sight of the promise. I knew what God said, but because it didn't look like it, I lost sight of the promise. I lost sight of the promise. But I declare to God as I was in the presence of the Lord this morning, I declare I'm going back to the promise. Because the promise is still mine. It got my name on it. It was handcrafted for me. It was designed for me. It was shaped for me. Everything I need is linked up to my promise. Everything that God has for me is linked up to my promise. Everything that God said is linked up to my promise. So I'm making a conscious decision today for who? Not for nobody else, but for Shabana. I'm making a conscious decision to go back to the promise. And I'm making a conscious decision to stick to the promise, even when it gets uncomfortable. One word today. One word today. Promise. I ask you, what is that promise that you walked away from that you need to go back to? What is it? Ain't got to be a whole lot, just one. What is that one promise that you walked away from that you know you need to reconnect to? I didn't say a person. I said the promise that God had for you. What is that one promise that you walked away from? I refuse to die and not get all that was promised to me. So I'm going back today. I'm going back to the promise. I am going back to my promise. I am, y'all. Like, and I'm so super excited. I am so super excited. I know, listen, I'm full. I've been full all day. I am super excited. And I just wanted to jump on just to push you back to your promise. I just wanted to push you back to your promise. I just wanted to push you back to your promise. So I know if you had questions on your mind, should I, shouldn't I? Go back to the promise. Is it worth it? Go back to the promise. Should I reconsider? Go back to the promise. Can I do it? Go back to the promise. What if nobody supports me? Go back to the promise. What if nobody understands me? Go back to the promise. I came by to push you today to reconnect to your promise. Reconnect to your promise. That's my declaration today. I'm going back to my promise. And so listen, I wanted to hop on and then also share a couple of things with you. Listen, starting on this coming Monday, as we're talking about our promise, I am holding a 5-day challenge that is called Manifesting My More 5-day challenge. It's called a Manifesting My More 5-day challenge. It's on my page. You can go to my page and you can join. It's a 5-day empowerment challenge to help you ignite your journey to more, to help you ignite reconnecting to your promise, to help you ignite reconnecting and to be motivated, to overcome, to be empowered, to be restored. It is a 5-day challenge where you can link up and see other women within that challenge as we are pushing each other, not to stay where we are, but to ignite ourselves to manifest our more. What is that? Manifesting that place of my healing and wholeness, manifesting that place where my promise means the world to me, manifesting that place where I'm growing and I'm stretching. So listen, I challenge you, head on over to my page, join the Manifest Your More 5-day challenge with Dr. Vaughn. Come on, hang out with me. I'll be running open, leaving it open all the way until Sunday. The challenge starts Monday. We're already dropping tools in there. We're already dropping nuggets in there every day up until the challenge as we prepare ourselves and posture ourselves to manifest our more. Listen, I don't know it all, but let me help you understand. I am so in tune with God that I'm grateful that He allows me to embrace more. So as I embrace more, I want to help others embrace more. So I hope that you would come on, click that join the 5-day challenge with Dr. Vaughn. Join it, invite a sister girl, invite a friend, invite a coworker. Matter of fact, invite somebody that you don't even particularly like. It does not matter. We grow together, we stretch together. So I hope that you will join me. Yes, thank you, Octavia. Hey, Janella. I hope that you will join me in the challenge. Again, it's called Manifesting Your More 5-day challenge with Dr. Vaughn. Manifesting Your More 5-day challenge with Dr. Vaughn. I will also, if you are subscribed, down below on the website, if you're one of our subscribers, I will also send the link via email so that you can click on there and join. Hi, Marnay. Thank you so much, my dear. Make sure you head on over. I'll send out the email. And if you're not subscribed, go right down there to the bottom and subscribe today. I'll make sure I'll send the link for the group so that you can actually subscribe. Listen, we are going to be better this year. We're not going backward. We're only going forward. And guess what? We all going together. Because why? We all are going to manifest our various promises in our lives. And so listen, I hope you will join me for the 5-day challenge. Hang out with me, but most of all, come with already postured to ignite your more. Postured to position yourself for better. And listen and enjoy the journey while you're doing it. And if you're free tonight at 7 p.m., we will be on for our first She's More Now connectional resource tonight at 7 p.m., where we will have licensed esthetician Asia Paynes. She will be coming on to chat with us and give us some nuggets about I'm getting back to myself, the motivation to get back to yourself. So come on and hang out with me tonight at 7 p.m. as we will drop some nuggets. Listen, this is all about growing and stretching together. So hang out with me tonight at 7 p.m. And again, if you have not already joined the challenge, head on over, join Manifesting Your More 5-day challenge with Dr. Vaughn. Let's go. Let's go strong. Let's go out the gate. Let's start it off powerful. And if you haven't already subscribed, please go to our website and subscribe. And listen, if you already subscribed, I love you too, Octavia. If you already subscribed, guess what you probably already saw? And I'm super pumped. Our first Phoenix newsletter. If you already subscribed, you received the newsletter on Monday. It is the Phoenix newsletter. I am super excited. It is a bi-monthly newsletter. So every 2 weeks, you will get a newsletter from me with some nuggets, highlighting some people, pushing some people. Listen, we are better. Pray for me as God has me out here. I am trusting God all the way. Oh, Pastor Keisha, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you. Sheena, how are you? Miss Val, thank you. Listen, if you know, make sure, tell your friends, come subscribe and hang out with me. Every 2 weeks, it will be coming out with a different measure, a different, whatever the Lord gives me to share. I am out here. Pray for me on this journey. I am trusting God all the way. I don't have it all mapped out. I don't know which way he's going to go, but I am trusting God with everything that I have. And as long as he got me, I know I'm okay. And as long as y'all hanging out with me, hey, Melissa, as long as y'all are hanging out with me, I'm okay. And so listen, make sure you subscribe to the website, www.ShavonnaWhitehair.com. Make sure you join the Manifest Your More 5-day challenge with Dr. Vaughn. Tell your sister girls, your friends, your co-workers, come on over there and join with us. And then if you're free tonight at 7 p.m., our first She's More Now connectional resource will be kicking off at 7 p.m. with my sister and my friend Asia Payne, and she'll be talking about I'm getting back to myself. Because if the truth be told, if we all tell it, sometimes we lose ourselves in the journey. We lose ourselves in the process. And sometimes you just need to kind of shake yourself and get back to yourself. It's okay. And she's going to tell us tonight a few nuggets on how to get back to ourselves. So I love you all. I appreciate you all. Again, yes, Melissa, I am ready. I am ready. I don't know where God is going. I'm nervous, but I am ready and I'm excited. And so listen, I challenge you all. That one word today, promise. That one word today, promise. 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 And all I want you to say throughout the day is, I am getting back to my promise. I am getting back to my promise. Life will throw you some curves. It will knock you around a little bit. But I just declare to yourself, I'm getting back to my promise. All right. Thank you. Yes, Janella. Let's get ready to grow. So listen, I'll see y'all back here 7 p.m. tonight for our first She's More Now connectional resource. Niece, come on here. My niece just declared it. That's right, Shantae. I am getting back to my promise. Yo, I'm telling you, every time somebody say that, I'm excited. Because it's not just about my promise, y'all. It's not just about your promise. You got to be excited that somebody else is getting their promise. You got to be so excited that other people are getting their promise. You can't be selfish that God is just giving you yours. You got to be excited that God is actually manifesting his promise in other people's lives. So listen, that's what the whole 5-day challenge, the Manifesting Your More 5-day challenge with Dr. Vaughn on my Facebook page that I am holding starting on Monday. That's what it's all about. I want us to all go together. I want us to heal. grow, stretch, be made whole together. Together. I don't want us to live shattered, broken, and bleeding no more. Let's help each other heal. Let's encourage each other. Let's push each other. That's right, Octavia. I am getting back to my promise. I'm getting back to my promise, and you are too. So I'm excited. Don't forget, join me back here at 7 p.m. this evening as our friend and sister Asia Payne comes and drops us some nuggets, simply to say, I'm getting back to me. Yes, China, don't make me scream. China, don't make me scream. You know, I'll scream. That's right. I'm getting back to my promise. So make sure, if you haven't already done so, come on over there and join the 5-day challenge with me that starts on Monday. We are getting back to our promise. We are getting back to ourselves, and we are manifesting more. I love you all. And guess what? I'll see you back here at 7 p.m. And if you can't join us tonight, I'll see you back here next Tuesday. Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn every Tuesday right here at 1 p.m. I love you and I appreciate you. Yes, you are healing. Antoine. Listen, China, we healing. We are healing. So I love you all. Love on somebody else today. And always remember to get back to your promise.